Have you ever faced weeds in your garden? So many weeds it just seemed intimidating? Well, what if those weeds could be the first harvest of your garden rehab project? That would be a good deal, I think. In this video, I'm going to rehab a little raised bed that I have just ignored for too long. I'll tell you right now, I found 11 different weeds, and I have a giant pot of really delicious greens with ham hocks on my stove right now that will feed me for days. I've been eating off of it already, and it's really delicious. Maybe you have some of these weeds in your garden too. But I'll warn you, there's a weed in this raised bed that could kill both of us. So stick around and see if you can tell which weed that is. I've got some tips for foraging weeds from your garden or yard, too. Hey, welcome to Haphazard Homestead. I'm glad you're here. I've had requests from some of you to show more of my gardens, so I'm going to do that over this summer. I thought I better start off with a reality check, though. There are some places around here that I have neglected, and this raised bed is one of them. I was looking over the plants in the raised bed, and I'm not going to treat this as a chore. It looks to me like there's a lot of good eating in here. So I'm going to make this my first garden harvest from this raised bed. I already have a video that goes over 2 strategies for efficiently picking garden weeds to eat. For this project, I'm going to use the strategy of picking a wide assortment of plants. So I'm starting off with a lot of bowls to hold the different kinds of plants I'm picking. That's so I can pick organized. It's so much easier that way to double check in the kitchen that I don't have any plants I don't want, like the one that could kill you and me. So let's just get to picking. Here's a tip. Even though we're picking the weeds as a harvest, we don't have to take everything. They're weeds. So we can just high grade, guilt-free, and take the best stuff back to the kitchen. And here's another tip. Pick clean. Don't just pull a weed and toss it in the bowl. Cut the roots off so the soil does not make it back into the kitchen. And double check any clumps of plants to make sure there's nothing mixed in with that one kind of plant. That's the purple dead nettle. It's got a square stem just like any other mint. It's in the mint family. There's not seeds yet, but you can see the seed heads forming. Long, lanky stems. That's starting to get on the tougher side. I'll save that. This is the nipplewort. And in thinking about how you cut the nipplewort, you get it as a big, pull it up like this. You just want to make sure you get that out. We'll set that aside. It's okay to go ahead and cut this. And now what we have to do is just kind of go through this, right? Dirt doesn't matter. What matters is contamination. We don't want bad stuff. We don't want low quality stuff. You just kind of quickly go through. You can see what's bad out here in the field. The dirt doesn't matter so much. You want to make sure you get whatever's not nipplewort out of there. And it's easier to tell now, and it's easier to do this now than later. Look at it all, look at every piece of it, right? You're looking for bad stuff you can take out, drop out. If that's not nipplewort, I can take that out. This is the easy way to do it, right here, right in the here and now. Look at every piece, and then there's that flower stalk that's going to head up. And normally, in the bright sun, this would be bitter, but it's been in the rain for days and days and days. So it actually tastes alright. This is a bitter cress that's nice. This one, look at it. The seed pods are not yet set up. It's got some seed pods, but they're all in good shape. It's nice and tender all the way through there. It's nice and flexible all the way through there. I'm just going to cut it off right there. I will use that piece, right? I'll use that right in there. It's got a nice little spicy mustardiness to it. I found a little onion. Nice tender little dandelion there. Put that with the roots. Put that with the greens. Just take a look at the nipplewort here.
for a minute. That's radicchio or endive level of bitterness. Not at all bad. Very tasty. 1, 2, and then a paddle. But these leaves are very thin. They're not at all like a mustard. And they do not have the same kind of bite as a mustard at all. Take a look. It definitely puts out a latex. See, can you see that latex there? Watch that come out. Can you see that milky sap coming out? The dandelion. It's already flowered, right? But is that worth taking? Well, here in the Northwest, that's still a decent dandelion right there. That is all going to be good. Those leaves will still be good. I'm going to still take this root. That's still going to be alright. You see this one in here, the Gallium? Can you see the whirl of leaves? Eventually it gets so that you won't want to eat it. No matter how much it cooks down, you'll still have the silica in it. But so far, so good. I'm going to take a look at that one. It's not a dandelion. Why? Because it has a central stalk coming up here. And take a look at this. It's got prickles on the back of it. All the way up. You can feel them on there. That's a wild prickly lettuce. Now that's going to be about like a lettuce in the garden that is bolting. So that's good for wilted lettuce. Right? That's clearly a dandelion with the tooth. We have any other dandelions? Right there's one. There's a dandelion. Clean it up. That one's gone to seed already. That one's gone to seed. There's still some good parts on this. On both of these, I am gonna put this in with the roots and put that in with the leaves, and we'll sort that out later. I see so many people making mistakes with dandelions, but look at this dandelion. One stalk with a flower. One stalk. Every flower stalk that comes out is just on one flower on the end, and that flower stalk is hollow. See that? See that flower stalk? It's hollow. This is the only real dandelion. What is this? Is that a dandelion? Crepus setosa. That just tastes like lettuce. That is so good. Is that a wild carrot? Could it be a wild carrot? Look, it's got a root on it. Is it a wild carrot? No way, no way. Take a look at it. Is it hairy? No, it is not hairy. No siree. And then look at those red blotches. This is death. You can smell it. It stinks. It just stinks. It does not smell like a carrot at all. No hairs, red blotches. Get that thing out of there. It's all right to compost it. And what about this one? Take a look at that. The leaves look a little different. You can feel it. It's rough. It's got little hairs. And it just plain old smells like a carrot. It smells good, but he's too tiny. I can take his tops, but this is where poisonings happen from people thinking, that are gardeners, thinking they're harvesting carrot tops, and what they've harvested is poison hemlock. Take a look at this one. This is the hedge mustard. I have a video about a hedge mustard. Alright, what do we have here? That's easy to tell, isn't it? It's hard to even get clean. What is it? It's stick tight, but it is just, it's kind of a mess here in the garden. It's got full of other stuff in it. Here, I can have it right on me like that. When it starts getting too old, there's no rescuing it, no matter how much you boil it. So we're only going to take this amount. We're only going to take that. Take a look at that one right there. looks prickly, but it's not. Does it look like a thistle? No, it's a little prickly, but not much. So what is that? That's the prickly sow thistle. It's got a central stalk on it. That's going to be good right in there once we boil it. When you see what these are, can you tell that that's a common sow thistle right there? A common sow thistle. Common sow thistle. Getting older, it's getting a flower stalk in there, right? But it's been so wet, so rainy, that it's going to be alright.
Alright, the picking is over. See if you can identify what I picked as we go through my big harvest here in these bowls. I'll do one flyover and then I'll show you which is which.
We have the purple dead nettle. Then what do we have? We've got a little bit of wild carrot, we got bittercress, and we have the Crepus setosa. And then we've got some prickly sow thistle, common sow thistle, and dandelions. We've got hedge mustard, dandelion root, and prickly wild lettuce. Yeah, and look at all of that. We have a lot of nipplewort.
So now I have a raised bed all ready to plant, and I've got a big batch of delicious greens to eat too, for days and days. Check out my other videos here if you found this interesting enough to make it all the way through to the end of this video. I appreciate your support. Thanks for watching. Bye.